Previously on Blades and Blunders.
When I call you half-breed, I don't mean half-god. I mean half-god and half-demon.
What? You're lying to me!
Essentially, I'll owe y'all a few favors to call upon me. Allow me to recall them. There was the Starlight Spear, the Eyes of Mystra, the Gambler's Ring, the Golem Gauntlets, Stormblade, the Blood Braces, the Windar Tunic, and of course, the Soul Stone. The Windar Tunic I took a bit of interest in. It's a mighty polymorphin agent.
We've already collected that one, actually.
So you got the Blood Braces as well, then. The only reason I couldn't get a hold of the Windar Tunic was because Shahar got a hold of it, as well as the Blood Bracers. That cheap, greedy bastard.
Jason. Oh my God!
The Guildmaster Jason you do remember this, but he does normally wear 2 golden bracelets on his wrists. He normally wears them.
Oh my.
The guild has the blood bracers!
Off with you guys leaving the tent. You were getting to the edge of the circus. I would say you guys were watching for a bit, and you could see that people are now safely leaving the tent. So you know that everyone is okay. Their souls have been safely placed back in the body, except for those 10 souls of rapists, murderers, and pedophiles that you let Malachi eat.
That's God's job.
Yeah.
You're doing God's work, Malachi.
And anyway, so I want to say, you're like, well, that's not... And you turn around, and you find a chest. And there's a note attached to it.
I see.
Who wants to pick up the note?
I got it.
It says, by the way, this is just a bit of the gold we collected from the people during the carnival games. Feel free to use it. Malachi.
Oh.
And inside, there is 2,500 gold to split among you guys.
Did you just say 2,500?
Not for each, but to split up evenly.
Oh, it's a honking lot of money.
It's still though, it's amazing, and we can get that thing for Nipper.
Oh, frick, you're right.
Oh.
Yeah.
So essentially each of you collect 500 gold if you're going to split it up evenly.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just so you guys know, wait, let me go back and check this real quick. So, those spell storing gloves,
we'll get
to that.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, I only need 900 gold so I can get the Ring of Recall as well. Just saying.
Okay. So, do you want guys to have a little camp out discussion, or just go straight back to Kantor?
Camp.
All right.
Yeah, let's camp.
Let's say you've been traveling for some amount of time on the way back, and you decided to rest up, and we'll say you guys have been taking turns taking watch. So everyone, who's asleep right now? Let's say it's around midnight. I know I'm not. Right.
I
always forget Unkreg doesn't sleep.
I don't sleep, eat, or drink, but life is still beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I always feel like Nipper takes first watch, and then at some point in the middle of the night, he probably winds up waking up anyway.
Citra's trying to sleep, but kind of just stares off with glazed eyes.
A little disturbed.
Yep.
I'm thinking Ryerday might be the one on watch at this point.
Okay.
Storm is definitely not asleep, but he's actually a bit further from the rest of the camp than usual.
So, and Iris, Vanessa has fallen asleep in her own little sleeping bag. Iris ran up for camp. She went up into a tree to sleep.
Typical.
Freaking tree frog.
I mean, that's a normal thing
to rest. Yeah. And plus, she's essentially just meditating on a couple tree branches, 30 feet above you guys.
Oh yeah, elves don't need to sleep either.
Completely tertiary and useless question. If somebody makes a D&D character that is part bat, do they have to sleep upside down?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
good to
Yeah.
God.
Just
I would say that would have to be a requirement from
Future
the.
reference.
I think like the DM would have to require that no matter what.
I think that's not a requirement. That's their destiny.
That's their element. That's where they live.
I mean, Batman sleeps upside down. That bed's not been used in years.
Anyway, so I want to say, how do you guys want this to go? Who wants to? This is your camp scene.
Right. So, yeah, like I said, Citra's not exactly asleep. Just kind of staring off into the abyss.
And
slipping slowly
if I'm
into
not
madness.
if I'm not the one on watch, I'm usually very likely either floating above the trees to look at stars, or just I'm doing like a exploratory perimeter thing, like not really checking the perimeter, more just taking a walk in the woods, the peace of the night, that kind of thing.
Nice.
And Storm is also looking at the stars, but not exactly in the most cheerful of ways.
How far off is Stormatring from the others?
I say about 10 feet.
Not too far, but also not too close.
Yeah, he wanted to get some distance.
I'm gonna say Ryerday. He kind of spares a look back at the others, and then approaches him. You doing all right, Storm?
Does it look like it?
Right. Stupid question. I honestly don't know what I can say that hasn't already been said. And what happened wasn't your fault.
Is that really true? We went to this circus to get the soul stone. It's bound to me, so whatever happened there is my responsibility.
I'll be honest, I've never thought of it that way.
I mean, I've hurt Sintra, I insulted Unthreg, I nearly burnt off Iris's face.
That's a good response.
Very much.
Sorry, I had to ruin it.
Lord no, the gods know what will happen when Hilda Freya sees that.
Considering Iris's own reaction, I imagine. I don't think it's anything to worry about too much.
Worst case scenario, if Hilda Freya is that upset with me, I would not be in any way objecting if I was to leave the Warhammer behind and make out my own way.
I doubt she would ask that of you.
Wouldn't be the first time I've been kicked out.
Stop saying that.
What?
Okay.
Sintra like turns over and faces them both and says,
Well,
you just
would she have been able to overhear, or would it have just been like murmurs and whatnot? Because like 10 feet of distance, I don't know.
Well, if you said like she was looking away, she couldn't read lips that way. No, so
It could be like hearing murmurs, then like.
Yeah, what was basically happening is that first I overheard and then I just full on eavesdropped.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
You pay more attention when you realize people are talking.
Mm-hmm. So
Especially hearing Storm's voice, I imagine that it can be a context clue.
So she basically just says, "Please just stop." She slowly uncovers and just sits up and says, "I've been doing some thinking, and Ryerday's right. What happened wasn't your fault. You have to realize that you were up against something really powerful and very influential. There was no way you could have resisted. And besides, you were brainwashed, fully tricked, deceived."
and that's when you hear Iris above you. yeah, like it is. And she like kind of like jumps down in between you guys. You have like no idea how easy it is to charm people. Here, watch this. And you see her stand up. She goes over to Sintra, and to your surprise, Sintra, she grabs you by the face and then kisses you.
Oh my god.
What?
And he does that for like about 5 seconds to your surprise, pulls back, and then looks you dead in the eyes. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage right now.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna make the save.
I'm also going to be. I'm going to be floating back into camp. I'm going to be like, okay, what the hell did I miss this time?
Citra, I'm not making that wisdom saving throw. All she says is, "My goodness, you are very forward."
No, she just looks you before you can even say that. She looks you in the eye. You will do a backflip.
Oh, well, okay.
Acrobatic saving throw.
Acrobatics check. Yeah, there we go.
Uh, Well, what do I get for acrobatics? That's a 13.
You attempt to do the backflip, but immediately land on your face and almost make like a C shape with your body. And as soon as you do that, Iris, it's like then she turns to the use storm trick. See that? I casted a spell on Sintra. It was that easy.
Storm just pretty much runs straight up to Sintra. Are you okay?
She rubs the back of her head and says, "Not the worst thing that happened to me as of late. Help me up."
Iris grabs one of your hands.
She puts a hand on Storm's shoulder and says, "Listen, we've been through a lot together, and what happened back there? I'm pretty sure that we can all just look back and laugh at one day. After all, it was kind of funny calling someone else an angel, especially considering," she tilts her head and smirks, "that was clearly meant for someone else."
Yeah, Storm just kind of looks away with a blush.
okay. I'm gonna make a. Should I make an intelligence check or an insight check on that?
For what they're saying?
Basically trying to see if I can like figure out there's something else behind that.
Mm.
Like with
I mean,
what she recently learned and whatnot.
Okay, well, trust me, you don't have to make a check, because after that, she just walks past him and kisses him on the cheek.
Oh. Well, I mean, I was okay.
There's your insight check.
And then
Well,
it's like, "Oh, why are you trying to charm Storm a trick now?"
there's no try there, man. That happened a while ago.
She just she just kind of bats her eyelashes at Storm and says, "I don't think I need to try for that."
In all honesty, you don't.
This is adorable, and I love it.
Would you both just get it over with? You're terrible for sleeping here.
Yeah, and you hear Vanessa wake up and Sarah's like, "Yeah, if you're done finally getting back to how you were before, can you please just shut the fuck up?" And you see like she definitely has like a bunch of bags under her eyes. It's like some of us do need sleep, and then she just plops back down.
Like that real.
Nipper tries to roll over and forgets he's on a tree branch.
Oh no!
Oh god.
This is why Kantor catch-up is necessary. This is where the gold happened.
She looks back at the whole party and says, "Thank you for everyone's support. I need some time, but I promise I'll tell you what conversation I had with Malachi in time."
Whenever it feels right for you. If there's anything I've learned from hanging out with you bunch of crazy-ass meatbags, it's that tranquility finds its way through the chaos if you give it time.
I thought you already knew that.
I mean, kind of, but you guys are just proving my point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Happy to be of service.
You're always a service. Anyway, I'm gonna proceed to not sleep. Y'all enjoy being unconscious.
That's when Storm gets back up and he looks back at Sintra and to the rest of you guys and goes, "Thanks, guys. Good night."
Good night.
All right.
Good night, Stormy.
and we will now fast forward to you re-entering Kantor, like getting to the edge where the wildlife is starting to die off again. And I want to say, like, up until this point, you have now fully explained everything to Vanessa.
Okay.
Nice.
And she's like,
So
so
she's on board.
that stone, that sword, and that ring.
Yep.
You
And
got it.
also a cloak.
There's also a cloak. We got that too. It's back at the castle.
And from what Malachi said, apparently there's bracers that your bosses at Wolfbane have.
Yeah.
Apparently.
That'll be fun to get back.
Well, I'm
Well-
hoping that Jason's actually the person who's supposed to be using them, but that would be a little unusual.
Well,
But we can only hope. He was a really good guy, you know. It's not like he's using the bracers for evil like everyone else seems to be using their items for.
I know, but at the same time,
I know.
It's very dangerous for him to use it if he's not chosen.
I understand, and I think he'll understand if we explain it to him proper, but we're gonna need some backup because he is one tough cookie.
Well, you have me. And Marcus raises his hand.
That is true.
If you need me to come back there, I mean, you said he's a Goliath, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to keep in mind
Listen.
there is a chance he could try and call as many guild members as he can to his aid, and they're going to be more loyal to him than they are to us. Let's be real.
I don't doubt it. Can I be honest? Something tells me that those who are not chosen, they seem, aside from Malachi, most of the other ones we've fought they seem like they were addicted to the artifact's power.
Yes, you're right, Sintra. I remember that brute with the storm blade. It looked like he was practically loving how that sword was hurting him.
I wouldn't know.
Kinky. And Vanessa. That's Vanessa.
That is not what I meant.
Sintra just kind of giggles at that remark and says, I'm not exactly sure what you mean since I wasn't there, but I'll take your word for it."
He did seem to take an unnatural sort of joy in the destruction he was able to cause with it.
Then there was the demon with the gambler's ring, and of course Shahar with the cloak, and apparently also with the bracers.
Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly Shahar, but you've got a point nonetheless.
I forgot to use quotation fingers while I said that.
Right.
Quotation
That's
gesture.
Perhaps the only reason why Malachi wasn't affected by the Soul Stone was because he's a deity.
Well, it's just as one step under a god, to be exact.
And it's almost like his followers were actually the ones addicted to it.
Yeah.
That's when Vanessa speaks up. There is one thing that really confuses me, though.
What's that?
Why? Well, why you guys, and why doesn't it hurt you? I mean,
That is the question, isn't it?
And we're still trying to figure that out.
I think I have something, but I'm gonna need a little bit of time thinking about it before anything on the matter.
that's
okay
when
with
Marcus
you all?
speaks up. There was also another thing that was weird. Why didn't it hurt Stormatrig?
Well,
That's actually I can explain.
I mean,
When you
it
were
could,
picking up the ring.
it could be because
How
it could be because we're attuned to the artifacts.
we're the artifacts will not.
Hey,
Or-
Quill, you're kind of breaking up.
You are cutting out like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Yes, Quill. Sorry.
So please try that again.
It seems as though the artifacts that we're attuned to will not affect their intended users. If you remember back when we were trying to collect the ring, we had that like flurry of cards, and they stopped above where we were. If you remember, Syndra.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Well,
And then with the cloak, she couldn't attack Alexander.
I think Discord's being a bum again.
Couldn't attack Alexander. I think that's the one that I heard there.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that was what he said.
Oh, okay.
my connect stupid, and I don't know why.
Well,
Um,
I guess now we know what we should do whenever we go towards another artifact. Just throw the intended user at it.
Of course.
I don't know if there's a limit to how well it'll work.
Iris looks up like, huh, that actually might not be a bad idea.
There are many problems that orcs can, or it's pretty rare that an orc can't solve a problem by throwing one of their friends directly at the.
Just
That is very true.
Oh, gods.
Unthreg, once we get to my artifact, you have my permission to get help with me.
Understood.
And as soon as you say that, you come over and you are finally back in Kantor.
Now Storm is
I never
getting
get used to the
scared.
gloom and doom of this place, you know?
Home
And you can
sweet
see that
bed.
Vanessa is now on edge. It's like, are you sure a goddess lives here?
Oh, don't worry, it's much better inside the castle.
believe
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
that was
she's
exactly what went through our heads the first time we came here.
yeah.
I mean,
don't
logistically,
worry.
it makes sense.
It's
don't
it's
worry.
to keep out the baddies.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
exactly.
how else could a place like this be so blighted without a deity's intervention?
Speaking of the day,
I'm not exactly sure that's how it works, Quill. I mean, Nipper.
Well, that is. Well, technically, it is her force that is keeping this land dead. She has said that.
Divinity is complicated like that.
But anyway, so you move forward into the castle once again, and sure enough, you see near the front door, you see Alexander. It's like, oh, you've returned.
Oh, frick, hey, bud.
Hey, man, how
Yeah,
you
what's up,
doing?
bud?
yes, we have.
So,
Been touch and go for a while, but thankfully, yes, we're back.
So
And I
you
never
found-
thought I would say that.
so you found the next item.
Right here, and Storm holds up the Warhammer and points to the little stone.
Oh, well, that's. Who's the tiefling?
Oh, that's Vanessa. She's a bard.
I was like, we picked her up along the way. Come on, we gotta go report this stuff to Mom.
He plays the
Yeah,
swords
you
like I can play
do
the
that,
flute.
Iris.
Sintra goes over to Iris and whispers, "Hey, if it's all the same to you, maybe you could downplay the whole Stormy burning your face thing."
Okay.
I mean, there is like no hell hath no fury like a mother scorned. I can tell you that much.
Oh, believe me, I already know that. And
Yes.
sure. So, are you going to go off with Iris to report, or are you just going to go straight up to Crystal?
I think
Storm's
actually,
going straight to Crystal.
I
Let's-
actually want
let's
to
speak for everyone.
request something of Hilda Freya specifically.
Okay.
Maybe I should talk to her about the revelation. So
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's.
Tell me who's that writing. Okay.
Alrighty.
I think I'll go with you, Iris.
Me
Okay.
too.
Awesome.
Fair enough.
So we will do. Is anyone else going to see Hilda Freya?
Actually,
Oh, before
yeah,
before we go anywhere, Riot Day.
Hmm?
Pay up.
Oh,
Wait, pay up for what?
and he kind of just, he glances over and it's like, no. And, but he takes out 500 gold and hands it over to Nipper.
What did you bet 500 gold on?
You don't want to know.
Oh,
I think I do.
I like
I
somebody
think
asking.
I think I already know. Like I think
Yeah.
I, as the DM, know.
I
You
don't.
Definitely no, probably.
I like the idea
Can
of
I
somebody
say it
asking-
as? Can I say it like out of character? I think I know
sure.
what it is.
Yeah,
Um,
go ahead.
Give it a shot.
Who kissed who first?
Basically.
Oh.
You too.
So she's okay. So, Citra's like, you
Out
got.
of character, it was 100% my idea, but in character, Nipper is exactly that much of a little shit to come up with.
I wish I had
Very-
actually thought of that before you. That was so clever.
It's a very good character. thing to do.
So
Oh.
Citra just furrows her eyebrows and just like looks at the two like, are you two hiding something from me?
Not at all.
No.
Guys, come
Come
on.
on, let's
Mom's
go.
gonna be mad. She probably already knows we're back.
Citra squints her eyes and does the "I got my eye on you" pose on the two, and then goes with Iris.
Alright, so we're gonna do the scene with Tilda Freya first.
Yeah, at that point, Ryerday's just gonna make himself scarce.
So sure enough, you also Vanessa will be coming along since she is now a new party member.
Yay.
Storm
Of
will
course.
come along, but only because he wants to know what the Soul Stone actually does.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
good.
good.
Probably.
Quill, did you have the 1335 before, or?
I've already updated, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oof.
Oh,
Alrighty. So sure enough, you move down, you come once again to those doors with the symbol of Hilda Freya on it, and you enter. And sure enough,
Sintra just goes to Vanessa and says, just so you know... Wow, what the hell, Gene?
Don't forget Mike was.
Okay. Just so you know,
Was that the
Vanessa,
fish?
your initial impression of Hilda Freya might be a tad bit intimidating.
actually, as soon as you enter, she's in her more humanoid form. So
Oh, well, never mind then. But she can also become a really big wolf, just so you know.
her eyes go wide. It's like,
And we're back.
and sure enough, she turns. And you've brought a new person,
Yep.
Iris.
Seems like we can't help doing that.
No,
You're really
that's
good at making
always
friends.
been Iris. It's how aboard as well as Violet.
Fair enough.
Oh well, it can't be helped. Besides, something tells me we can have her touch that compass and something will happen. You know what I mean?
Just maybe.
perhaps.
Never know.
So I assume you're successful.
Yes, and he holds up the Warhammer.
Her eyes go wide. It's like, is that?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've only heard stories about it.
The Soul Stone. I was told that this was a focus for a necromancer. Why is it in tune with me?
Yeah, we do find that a little weird. A paladin attuned to a necromancer artifact.
Um,
I am very unsure as to why. That is strangely bizarre.
I think I know.
Is it strangely
Or have a-
bizarre,
have a
or is it
suspicion.
bizarrely strange?
Yeah.
And
What's-
what's that?
What's your
Look off-
what's your theory, Nipper?
It's hard to say, but I get the feeling that, you know how a lot of necromancers are seen as taboo?
Yeah.
They're not wanted
Mm.
by most people, and then they find where they fit in, and
Well-
they thrive there.
That is one of the reasons why I don't practice the magic.
It's a very large reason why many people are forbidden to practicing the magic.
I point
Once-
over at Stormatrig. You've suffered from the same problem, haven't you?
Huh?
What? I
Stormy?
You felt like you weren't wanted or needed anywhere until you met us. You did tell us what your horrible birth name means.
Ah, shit.
yes.
I think this is only a very vague theory, mind you, but I think that the artifacts are in tune to the people who suffer the same way their old users did.
You see her put her hand to her chin. It's like,
Oh, we lost you, Kyle.
We lost Kai.
Hand to the
she
chin
puts
and
her hand to her chin. She's like, that could be a possible theory, but how does that relate with you and the gambler's ring?
Oh.
I was told we were told that the artificer was the one who used this, and
Wait. Told by who?
the guy who was using the soul stone, actually.
Turns
Elder
out he.
by the name of Malachi.
Mhm.
Her eyes
What?
go wide. The
Maybe
living shadow?
Yes,
think we
actually.
I don't think we should have told her that, guys.
Bo
Oh
did.
no.
You came in contact with the.
Yeah, he was actually kind of a nice guy.
Incredibly pleasant. Like, actually one of the nicer eldritch horrific things I've ever met in my life.
I can swear on my oath as a paladin, he was going. He had us in. We had to do some games to win the Soul Stone. We won fair and square, and he was going to do his end of the bargain until his little lackeys decided to backstab him.
Yeah, he would have and has honored his end of the bargain.
He's an eternal being of his word.
In more ways than one, and I pull up one of the aid tokens.
The coins, yeah.
Yeah.
And she you accepted a gift from a eldritch being.
He said because of what we did for him, by basically keeping him from being destroyed by his own troop, he owed us a couple favors.
We did him a favor. Now he can do us a favor. It's less of a signed contract, Kennedy.
Exactly.
She moves her hand forward and fly from you to her hand.
The 3 coins.
Hey! Now that... hey now.
She's looking at them. So.
You could have asked for those, to be entirely clear.
Well, they're not tainted with a curse, so at least there's that. Fine, I assume if he really does intend to keep his word, then again, higher beings are bound by their word, so here. And she gives you the coins back.
I mean, it could have been worse. He also offered it back to us. Good thing we declined that, right?
Yeah.
Offered what?
He offered a
pact.
pact.
The kind of borrow my power use kind of.
He said he's never done that before, which I find hard to believe.
What?
He has not. The living Malachi, he referred to as a living shadow because of, well, essentially most eldritch beings are affiliated with shadows, but
He did
He's
seem
known to be
very
a-
like that.
he is a wandering spirit. He enjoyed the celestial, for the majority of the time, traveling the world eating souls. He has never found worth his time to putting in pact.
So you're
Okay, I missed some of that. What?
so you're saying that we were the only people for the first time worthy of him.
Yeah, he never found someone worth his
That
time
is-
to try and do that with.
Very surprising.
And Citra mutters under her breath, "Damn it! Maybe I should have taken the pact."
Please, you're powerful enough without it.
Well, want to test that someday?
That a challenge?
It
Enough.
could be.
And puts her hands up. Enough.
Hmm?
I'm just. At least you're all alive. Coming in contact with someone as powerful is hopefully something you won't have to do again. Let's hope.
I don't guarantee it.
All we can say is we can hope, right?
Yeah, Storm kind of raises an eyebrow at over what Centra just said. He doesn't press it, but he just kind of looks at her like, what?
Anyways, yes. So, Stormatrig, you wanted to know how that thing works, right?
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, Soulstone, it was a very powerful necromancy tool, allowed to free and could army of the dead with a single word.
Army, huh? That's
Yeah, we lost over half of that.
Yeah.
Raise an army of the dead with a single word.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
okay.
So, resurrection.
Essentially. Though I've never seen it truly resurrect someone, unless they were a zombie.
Well, good to know.
Well, then
we
again,
could-
I was never around during the times.
Well, good to know we could at least guarantee a resurrection for Unthreg if he were to be gotten rid of.
I don't know.
Maybe
if
that's going
I
to be the
would-
way the team manages to heal Unthreg from here on out.
That might be handy.
Well, you deserve some rest, so congratulations on once again succeeding your mission.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.
And thanks for telling us about Malachi. Like that, all kinds of weird.
Many deities and powerful beings have their quirk.
Even yourself.
That's
Not that I would ever tell you.
Yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
Citra looks over at Unthrig and says, "You never ask a lady a question like that."
I'm just asking what. One day she's talking about dating. She isn't dating. I'm trying to learn to be
What did he ask? How old she is?
I asked
No,
what
what her
kind of
quirks were.
what were her quirks. You certainly don't ask her that question in public. I know that much. Even orcs know that kind of subtlety.
And then she gives the same spiel that she originally gave you guys.
Yeah, to Vanessa.
This is to Vanessa. I mean, she is like, Aztec are an interesting couple of days for me, but hell, I would love to be able to, when all and this possible apocalypse, if it'll make one hell of a song.
You're cutting out a lot.
Don't worry, I got the gist of it. She's basically saying
I'm also recording from my side.
Yeah.
So it's at least gonna go in the video proper.
Vanessa basically said that this has been a very interesting couple of weeks, and regarding the apocalypse, this will make one hell of a song one day.
Gotcha. I mean, if nothing else, y'all can compile the two sides if Kai misses some of our stuff.
That does seem to be what she plans on doing, yes.
Pretty much.
If any of us ever speak in demon, do you think you could overlay both voice things?
That's what I plan to do.
Yeah.
But end off that scene, we'll go to the people.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now we can't hear you at all. What were you saying, Kai?
We'll go
we will end that.
We're going.
Shop.
Oh, okay.
Shopping time.
Do you think Citra can ask Hilda Freya about what Malachi said to her first, or do you want to do the shop first?
Let's go ahead and do this now, and then we'll shop next.
Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to. Anyways, so the rest
of us are heading towards the shop, and you're staying behind to talk to Freya.
Yeah, Citra like starts to walk with you guys, but then like slows down and then looks back at Hilda Freya and says, "Hilda Freya,
yeah,
I need to ask you something."
That is.
She walks back up to Hilda Freya and says, "When I was talking to Malachi back where we went and found the Soulstone, he told me something. And I just need to confirm it with you. Am I half demon?"
You see her eyes go a bit wide, but then she blinks and kind of gives you a kind of just a blank stare for a moment. It's like, as you know, every realm has their differences.
You knew, and you didn't tell
when
me.
In fear of spark side.
Continue.
It is true. The version of Salune from your realm had a one-time fling that did result in your birth. Essentially.
She kind of just starts laughing while with tears in her eyes, and she puts her face in her palm and says, "You know what? This does make a lot of sense in hindsight. I've always wondered why there were so many things about me I couldn't explain, like why I was able to cast both arcane and divine magic." Normally one such as myself would only be able to cast the latter. And yet here I am, just shooting lightning out of my fingertips and calling upon burning flames and constantly looking at everything I see with those eyes.
She is silent, unsure of what to say.
Tell me, is it suppressed?
No. It is not. I am aware of how to do that. Only a being that has studied more into that realm could possibly suppress that side of you.
No. I don't think it should be suppressed.
Sintra,
After all, I've been lying to myself this entire time. Everyone's been lying to me. And I've lied to others as a result. I can't go on like that. These people are too important to me at this point. I demand that who I am be what I truly be.
if it isn't suppressed, and it can still be it can still be active, but it still needs to be weakened otherwise if it takes over.
You afraid?
No.
You should be. And she walks away.
As soon as Sintra leaves the room, Hilda Freya sits back in her throne and sighs to herself before saying out loud, "I'm afraid of what I'll have to do if you turn."
Okay,
So as
let us
Sintra's
move
walking,
on to...
yeah, I imagine Sintra's walking into the shop at this moment.
Yep.
Yes, so Sintra's
as-
entering the shop, and sure enough, the rest of you are looking about the wares, and oh my god, this stuff is amazing!
She really knows what she's doing.
Sintra walks up and says, she tends to do that. Hey
Hey,
guys.
Sintra. Dumb
It's awesome
question.
that you guys found... Chris was like, it's awesome you guys found a bard.
Yeah. You telling
To
me.
expand...
Not just a bard, and he actually pulls out the bard in the box.
Hey,
We got...
That cut it off for me.
Oh,
Yeah, he pulled out the bard in the box.
not just a bard.
Not just a bard.
we got that
the
from...
bards.
We got that from the bards at the Bard Festival. Bards. Bards,
What
bards,
are they
bards.
called again? The
Yeah.
Shadow Monk Debauchery?
That's them.
Chris was like, holy crap, you met them in there?
Yep.
Oh,
They gave us
you
a
could
bootleg.
say- You could say Marcus and I actually, kind of prevented a gas bombing on that party.
Not,
Ooh, way to
not like
go.
not an explosive
Listen,
gas
upgrade-
explosion. Like
He's
a
helped
ga-
out.
They definitely did.
Well,
Sword is a lot
Welcome back.
bigger than I expected.
Maybe a little bit.
oh, you should see if
Oh, that got cut off.
Hold on.
you should see that sword when it's fully pumped with magic.
I'm sorry,
No,
what?
Don't say
Wait.
pumped, please.
Wait,
Also-
you're
also
you're
get that
telling
point.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that's not even its final form?
Oh, no,
God.
that thing is trying to grow 9 times its size.
9?
Marcus, I knew that being a golem would affect your puberty, but hot damn.
Outrag! Good job.
Riley at this point is
I'm
just
just-
like
Respect.
He's all but on the floor. Just it's called. He's like, please, for the love of the gods.
I'm just
stop."
saying. Boy's got girth that I didn't expect.
I am suffering right now.
I'm in hell. This is beautiful. So Chris is like, well, as much as I loved working on Marcus, I was finally going to fully restock this shop with a bunch of goods. So look around. And who wants to read off some of the new items that's been put into the...
Okay, so before we got like 50 gold, or not 50, but 500 gold each, I was gonna pick up this item called the Raven's Ring.
That's a fun one. Go ahead and read it off.
Well, have you added both? Okay, you added both. Okay.
Yeah, I did. This ring has 3 charges. While wearing it, you can use a bonus action and expend 1 charge to cast Dark Transport, save DC 15. The ring regains 1d4 plus 1 expended charges daily at dawn. You briefly turn into a flurry of ravens, a dark mist, or similar foreboding phenomena before reappearing somewhere else in range. You teleport up to 60 feet in an unoccupied space that you can see, forming a 10-foot wide line behind you, and anything in that line must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 3d10 necrotic damage.
Hell yeah, that's
a really
amazing.
cool one.
It's a really good item, and that's something I personally would use, but I don't know if that's a proper thing for Nipper specifically. If that
Well,
makes
there
any
is
sense.
something else that I think Nipper would love that I else,
Yes.
and I think you know what I'm talking about.
We'll get to that in a second.
Well, in the meantime, how about I read off the one that I call dibs on?
Go
And that
for
is,
The spell storing gloves.
yes.
Dibs.
So it's a pair of fingerless leather gloves with a gemstone in each one, not to be confused with the Infinity Gauntlet. Each gemstone is capable of keeping a spell stored in it to be used at a later time. This can be upgraded to have more gemstones on them.
Yes. And I will let you know, it is essentially. The story is like before a long rest, you can.
We missed everything after.
No, we
essentially.
didn't miss anything. Trust me on that. Trust me, we did not miss anything.
Was that
Okay.
me then? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, essentially, it works like 2 extra spells.
Yeah.
You can put specific spells in it. You can even take them off, hand them off to some.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Nice.
So you can
Ooh.
just, and plus, it's whatever level spell you put in it. It can store up to any level of spell,
All right.
but only that one.
Okay. So, question: how much do the upgrades cost?
I marked it down somewhere. I believe it's.
Isn't it like half the price? Of
No. This
first
is
upgrade, or...
This
That
one's
was a
different, I'm sure.
yeah. That was the Zap Gauntlet or whatever.
Ah, yeah, I got that one.
This is a different thing. Essentially, find it. I know I put it somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's like if you want to get 3 and 4 each. If you want to get a third and a fourth one, each one will cost 400.
400? Huh.
Yeah, 400 for the third one, then an extra 400 for the fourth one,
Okay.
and then it will be 800 for the sixth one,
Oh.
and then 1200 for the seventh and eighth one.
That
Yeah,
makes
okay.
sense.
And that is it's what is 8 gemstones.
Okay.
Because I'm giving you extra spell slots. It's going to be expensive as.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's understandable.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll start. So you're getting the spell storing gloves. Do you want any just the spell storing glove?
No, I'm getting them and upgrading them. So that's about 1,400, right?
Yes.
Okay.
To go ahead and get.
So I only
Now
have
has.
290 gold left.
Oof.
At least you've already had your can of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Or Diet Coke,
Get
rather.
cock.
Diet Coke.
Get it right.
Dear cook!
Jesus
If you
Christ.
don't get it right, we're gonna get copyright stricken.
Oh, yeah, good point.
So the only people who can get the kind of deep now, if I remember, is Stormatrink.
And Ryder,
Fireman.
yeah.
Right. Yeah.
If you guys want to do that, but there are plenty of new items like juice that.
Yeah.
This is a fun. It is a bottle of glow orange liquid. Whomever drinks a instantly have a level 9 on themselves, and it has this spot.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
It
Also,
explode.
Oh yeah, the juice that makes you explode. Yeah.
Also, I have 2 custom items for specific. Well, technically 3, but the third whoever wants it. But I'm pretty sure we all know who's gonna get it. But I made these for Unthreg. If you want to use these, it's the Luchador Master.
The Luchador Master's gloves. Oh my god.
so
Could somebody link me the pin for the shop thing? Because I'm a little.
oh, no. It's
It's a
just
channel.
Text channel.
Crystal Shop.
It's the channel.
It's
right?
just except what stat for
My
Crystal Shop.
brain-
Just go.
Still is not used to Discord being a friggin' multi-use platform. Anyway. So,
Yeah, I get you.
Oh yeah.
So
Luchador
go ahead
Master's
and
gloves.
shop. Go ahead and read that off,
Yeah.
Gene.
Aye. A pair of fingerless gloves that allow you to perform a special action called KO pinning. If you manage to knock a target prone, you can bonus action to pin the target to the ground. If you win 2 consecutive strength contests on your turn, the glove delivers a non-lethal knockout to the enemy. Holy crap, that's rad.
I know, right? I love. And then
You
there's
want
the,
it?
And there's also a special item I made for Stormatrix, the Draco Cola.
That's actually really good.
It,
Draco Cola.
if you'd like to read that off, Stormatrix.
Restores a Dragonborn's breath weapon. Thank fuck. I'll take your entire fucking stock.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of the few items like the flashbangs that you can get multiple of it. It's 200 gold per can of Draco Cola.
That's actually
I
pretty
will
cheap
say-
considering it restores your breath weapon. And you know, considering how much we're leveling up now, your breath weapon is kind of a goat.
Yeah, it's gonna be very useful. So who's getting what?
All right.
I'm getting first off, my mirror shield can that get upgraded anymore?
No, it cannot.
Okay, and
I'm storing a polymorph in one of these gems.
Oh, nice.
That's a
I'm
smart
trying to-
play.
Very
I'm
smart.
just trying to think of if anything else I can get as an upgrade. Because if not, I'm just gonna binge most of my gold on the Draco Cola.
Well, get your can of Diet Coke before you do that.
Oh, another fun item I came up with that I want to share. I love this.
Yeah, do it.
Nobody got the reference. The gauntlet.
The gauntlet.
Oh yeah.
It's a small black gauntlet to go over the user's dominant forearm. Gives the user +3 on grappling checks, but also can once a week perform a Shizu strike. The target must make a Constitution save of 10 thunder damage and be sent flying 30 feet back.
Damn!
While airborne, the target becomes disarmed and disrobed to their undergarments.
Oh, what? Oh god, I didn't know this came from Senran Kagura.
What? No!
Joke at least.
Oh,
It- yeah, it's a funny joke. It's a reference to Shizuo Hei, which...
Ah.
I missed that last bit. What was that?
It's fine.
It's from Durarara. But anyway, if
Oh,
they
I like
succeed, they
Durarara.
take half... Yeah, it's essentially the... It's one of, I'm just gonna flash the clip here, because it's amazing.
So then, whatever happens next is what you deserve, right?
But essentially, it's an item that does that, and it is a fun one. It costs 800 gold.
Nice.
I beckon Crystal over. Does Violet know you've made this?
The gauntlet?
And I point to the wild blood crystal.
Oh.
Oh, go ahead and read that off, Nipper.
Okay. It is a +2 magic focus made from the blood of Violet's mother. 30% chance for wild magic to occur. It has 10 charges, and when wild magic happens, you can choose to spend one of those charges to choose the effect. After all charges are spent, the crystal will shatter.
I don't think Nipper will
Crystal-
ever choose the effect.
Nope.
Crystal leans over and is like, yeah, she doesn't know, so keep that between you and me.
Oh god, you're horrid.
Citra looks over at the crystal and says, "Nice."
I don't know if I'm okay with her not knowing about that, but all right.
And you're getting the crystal?
I'm absolutely getting that crystal.
All right, you now have a +2 magic focus. Congratulations.
Citra,
I believe, before we do our level up stuff, that takes my spell attack bonus to +9.
Damn, that's right, because the Diet Cock raised your wisdom.
Yep.
Oh god.
oh wow.
I'm getting a can of Diet Cock. And then
Alright.
5
Did you
cans
just say
of the Draco
fuck?
Cola.
Okay.
That is what
Yeah,
it is.
that's exactly how that goes.
That is the correct pronunciation.
All right, so you're getting okay. So go ahead, roll a. All right, Stormatrix, roll a d6.
Okay, give me a second.
D6.
Yeah, it's a roll a d6 and then a d4.
Okay, a D6 and D4.
First roll a d6.
All right. 3.
So that's Constitution.
Nice. Go ahead and roll a d4.
Oh my god, what? He's getting even tankier?
He actually makes it. He has a con of +0.
It's what?
1.
Okay, so
That's actually just enough to
Well,
boost it.
even so, you still get a plus.
yeah, your Constitution goes to +. I just fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Oh
thing.
yes!
You got your
Nice.
+1 con, bruh.
You got your +1 con bonus. Congratulations.
Yes,
And
finally!
Which
One
means you get bonus health now.
Oh, that's right, he does.
Okay.
So that makes my HP from 49 to 50 right now?
No, that's on level ups, doesn't
that's
it?
when you do
Oh.
level ups. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that applies retroactively.
No.
No.
Yeah.
But go ahead. Who else is buying stuff?
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to-
go ahead and pick up the last can.
Alrighty.
Oh,
Go ahead
nice.
and we're now officially out of the cult.
Okay, and that's,
Finally.
that's
So
how
that-
much is the...
Well, It's 800.
Okay, so that takes me down to 1,940 gold. Alright,
1940.
yeah.
Roll a d6.
Ooh, that's a 5, so that is wisdom.
Wisdom.
How much gold do you have, Zach?
I had 2,700 previously.
You think you can help me get the other thing I got dibs on?
What is that?
The recall ring.
Right below the
recall ring. That's
Oh,
Second
the ring of
much.
recall. Yes, that's an item from the adventure zone. Go ahead and read that off, Centra.
It is a small bronze ring that allows the spellcaster to regain spell slots of failed spells. Roll a d20. If 13 and up spell slot is saved.
Yep.
Basically, if a spell fails, I can potentially not use the slot.
I want to clarify that is for ranged spell attacks, not saving throw spells.
I know.
Just wanted to clarify that. But yeah, it can be a very useful item.
Yes, very much so.
All right. Before we finish that,
plus-
yeah.
Okay, +4. Okay, and that's a 1.
So your wisdom went from 14 to 15. It's still +2. Sorry, Zach. Sorry about that.
You
Well,
should.
that's-
I'd like to
that's
point
what
out that the only person who got anything great out of that were me and Gene.
Yeah.
I mean, Dylan did actually get a
Technically,
Constitution bonus, so.
all bonuses do help with potential throws in the future. You might not know who. Maybe that wisdom saving throw will save Ryerday's life one day.
Yeah, right.
I mean, his point didn't go up at all, so.
Yeah.
Well, it can go up whenever you level up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now,
That's a good
I
point.
can choose-
So who else is buying stuff?
Also.
One sec.
Okay.
I passed 200 gold over to Unthreg so he can get the Luchador Master's
I
gloves.
was just about to ask. You are the most generous. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
I actually already put that on our character sheets. I just wanted to get a moment to actually say that.
Thanks.
So you now, Gene, Unthreg, you now have just enough for the Luchador glove.
Mhm.
You will have 75 gold left over.
Understood, and I would like to accept that deal if that is okay by.
Go ahead. And the Luchador Master's gloves are now sold.
Yeah, bud.
Let me go ahead and just adjust that on your character sheet for you.
I proceeded to
Nice.
put 2 lightning bolts in the other 2 gems.
Jesus.
You know what's actually really funny?
Electrifying.
If I actually had like
And you're-
120 more gold, I could easily get the Raven's Ring, but I don't actually care right now, personally.
I can give you
So-
120 gold.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Okay. I mean, that's a pretty dope
Okay,
ass
how
ring.
much-
I should probably.
You need the gold more than I do right now.
Okay, so this wound up, for those watching, after, in the failed recording of the Bard Festival, I put in a request with Crystal.
Yes. That is correct. Essentially, Wolf is like, oh, by the way, Ryerday, you got my gold? And she pulls out a spider climbing bracelet, similar to the one Jerona has.
Ooh.
And let's see, how much did you say that was?
If I remember correctly, I think she said it would be 700 gold.
Yeah, it does sound about right.
So essentially, this will allow you to cast Spider Climb once a day, and it lasts for 10 minutes.
Nice.
700, right here.
Alrighty, pleasure doing business with you, and she tosses you the bracelet.
Alright.
I'm actually going to keep track of the charges on my character sheet just in case, by the way.
It is always a pleasure to do business with you, Fi. Say, before I'm out, by the way, you mind if I chuck a couple of gold your way for a singular flashbang?
Go ahead. Here you go.
It's 30 or 40.
It's let me scroll. Flashbang is 40, yes, so you can get a singular flashbang.
Understood. Thank you very much.
I
Alrighty,
can't
you
think
got-
of anything else. So
Is anyone else buying anything?
As Citra slips on the gloves and proceeds to put spells into gems, she just casually says, "These wouldn't happen to protect my hands a little bit, would they?"
Nope.
Ah.
Sorry, it compromises a lot when you're going for arcane power over protective power.
Yeah, it's no big deal. I just thought I'd ask.
Welcome to the
If
beautiful
your
world
hands
of
get
glass
hurt,
cannons.
I can at least give you some healing.
Heck, you can have.
healing.
Heck, you can actually. She's like, heck, you can have Stormatrix put spells in there if you wanna.
Shit.
Hmm.
He could, couldn't he?
What
You can
if he
store any
puts-
spells in there.
What if he puts a breath spell?
Any spells you say? Interesting.
Not the breath weapon. Sorry, Uthreg. It would be clever though.
Centra.
You might have given me an idea. And she like pulls out a sheet of paper and starts scribbling down stuff.
Uh-oh.
Question.
She's at it again.
I have a question, and this is a legitimate concern. What would happen if Nipper were to try to store spells in Cintra's gloves? Because he has the wild magic shit now.
Oh no.
Oh, that would
That's
be
a very good question.
creative.
No, that's
Yeah,
not
so maybe don't.
I
watch,
all I'm
watch
hearing
as
is
Nipper
yes, do it.
does, and the one time it gets wild magic, Centra just basically gets turned like she wore the super crown.
Unfortunately, that's not a wild spell. That would be interesting, though. Definitely interesting.
Just turn into Princess Peach.
Oh god, I just
Oh, Lord.
Shudder.
Sintret.
Oh, don't.
Sentret.
Don't.
Not to
Put
be
that in my
not to be confused with Sentret. It was an adorable Pokemon.
yes.
Yes, it's an adorable 6-foot-tall ferret. Anyway.
Yeah,
Alright.
evolution is way better. Don't at me.
Do not at me. I will be furious if you at me.
I love ferret.
That better not be a pain you're getting ready. Okay.
Okay. So, is that all for buying stuff?
I think so.
Oh,
Looks like it.
no.
I mean, aside from just
Nipper, we should totally do
Stormtrek
that.
buying a bunch of Draco Cola.
How many Draco Cola did you buy?
5.
Oh, damn. Nice.
I currently only have 45 gold.
No, take
make
your
sure-
entire
okay,
stock.
I was about to say, make sure you put down your character sheet. You did. Smart.
I did.
Smart play.
All right. So everyone's done buying stuff.
I do leave.
Yep.
Alrighty, so I am. So good
Oh.
news and bad.
What?
I
Hang
bet
on, I
you-
gotta mute myself. That's my dad.
Oh,
Understandable.
all right. Well, then we'll go ahead and focus on leveling up. We'll do Stormtrek in a bit. Now, about leveling up. Unfortunately, now that you're getting higher level, it takes more experience to level up. So unfortunately, you only for fighting all those demons and doing everything that you did, you only have just a level 8.
Just enough for level 8?
Yes, you have exactly 34,000.
I was actually about to say, what about everything that happened with like the ancient dragon calculations?
Yeah, but that already happened.
I didn't know how you handled that, so just making sure.
But,
Okay.
yes. You have exactly 34,000, and you will all go up 1 level. And that means now that Nipper, Rye, and Stormatrix are level 8, your artifacts have new abilities.
What?
Ooh, baby.
Let's see.
So let's go ahead and start with Ryerday with your new items, with what the Stormblade now does.
I'll be back in a minute. I'm going to the bathroom. You guys enjoy your new powers.
Okay. Let me see. Where did I? Here it is. Okay, Stormblade is now. Here it is at level 8. You know how you were once before resistant to lightning damage? You're also resistant to thunder damage now.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
The Stormblade does 1d8 extra lightning damage instead
Nice.
of d6. The Shocking Grasp, you 6 times per long rest.
Oh my god.
You can also cast Thunder Wave 3 times.
Oh my.
I'm sorry, what?
You can
What?
cast Thunder Wave with the sword 3 times, and you can also cast Lightning Bolt twice.
Oh my god.
What?
Okay, 3 casts of Thunder Wave and 2 casts of Lightning Bolt.
Correct.
Oh my god.
Okay, that is.
Man, I really am useless.
Also an extra. The sword now gives you lightning reflexes, so you now have a proficiency in acrobatics.
Oh my.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
If you didn't have that before.
I did not.
All right, well that's good.
So that's plus 6 for acrobatic checks.
Yep. It gives you lightning reflexes. All right, and that is it for. And that is how it is for the light. That is all the Stormblade does now, but it is quite an improvement.
Indeed.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and move on to the Gambler's Ring, and you're gonna love this quill. You're gonna love this
Oh
quill.
boy, here we go.
So before you had to roll a 10 or higher to get a critical hit.
Uh-huh.
It is now a 9 or higher.
I had a feeling that was gonna be it.
Those stored criticals.
Yeah.
You now have 3.
What?
Wait, hang on, what?
You now have 3 stored criticals.
What?
And you also gained access. You also gained access to a powerful new ability. The Gambler's Ring will now allow you to unleash a bit more magical power to energize you. And you now have gained ability, the Power Jackpot. Whenever you roll damage, you can choose once per long rest to add 1d4 and 1d6 to whatever damage.
Holy
shit.
Wait, okay, so between long rests, I can do that to any any one attack.
To one attack per day, you decide you want to do a bit of extra damage. You can choose to roll a d and a d6. You can only do that once, though. And unfortunately, that is all you get, but that is a lot of power behind that.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Stormatrig, the Soul Stone.
Yes.
You're gonna like this. See, so what the we didn't get it what it did before, but essentially what it does at level 8. Stormatrig, you are now resistant to necrotic damage.
Ooh.
Your Warhammer, since the Soul Stone has attached itself to it, will always deal 1d8 extra necrotic damage.
What?
Oh wow. Okay.
You can also cast the spells Blink 5 times a day.
Blink.
That's a good spell.
Oh shit! Fuck
That's
yeah.
a good spell, dude.
You can cast the spell Blink 5 times a day. You get 3 stored Cure Wounds with the Soul Stone that you can use per day.
Huh.
You get 1 use of the spell Blight.
Oh.
And
Blight.
you can you can also cast this using the Soul Stone. You can cast the spell Create Undead 10 times per long rest.
Create undead 10 times. What the fuck?
What the hell?
Yeah, the Soul Stone is very powerful.
I'm looking at Blight right now.
Yeah.
The target must make a Constitution saving throw, or on a failed save, it takes 8d8 necrotic damage.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I
it's
just
kind
now
of,
got that too, and it's really good.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah, you can cast that. Essentially, you can now cast that through your Warhammer.
Holy shit.
Radical.
Yeah, it is a good artifact.
Yeah.
All right, and that is it for artifacts. So let's go ahead and go down the line with upgrades. Let's see. So we're going to start with Unthreg. I should have opened up a page for monks first. Really, that's my bad.
Take count. Thanks.
All right, let's go ahead and start with Unthreg's upgrades for now reaching level 8.
Level 8.
Oh, I feel like an idiot.
What?
I just realized I actually had access to. Well, no, I did actually just get access to that. Never mind.
All right, with level 8. Oh, okay. You don't get a lot, but Gene, you with level 8, you get an improvement ability score. Or a feat.
What's an improvement ability score? Like
Essentially, your ability scores. You can choose to put 1 point into 2 or 2 points into 1 in order to get it up higher. Or you can choose a feat, which there's a lot of cool feats that. Here, let me pull up the. Let me see if I can link the feat page to you.
Yeah, you know that ability that Sintra has, the ability to read lips? That's a feat.
Oh crap! So that's like really neat little touches that could make like a difference or something.
Yeah. Here, well, I'll since it's just that, I will. go ahead and just put this into the chat, I believe. Oh, I think Gene. Oh, well, that's the. I put that wrong channel. I think I just plopped that down into the Fawful's Minion Discord thing. Whoops.
You're dead.
Well, Gene
You're
got it.
dead.
Fucking nice.
Delete! Immediately delete!
Good thing I
Okay, delete it. Gene, so Unthread, go ahead and look at that. If you want to choose a feat or an ability score, it'll be your choice. With that, with Ryer Day, I believe it's the same because you're also a level 8 row. I'm pretty sure with going directly level 8, it's that. So if you want to look at the feat page as well,
Ability score
Or I think that's for all of us actually.
ability score improvement goes regardless of. It's
Yeah,
based
but-
on total character level, not just class level.
right. I'm gonna look at the row. Anything else you get with level 8? Because I'm not sure. Let's see.
There's nothing.
Level
else.
8. Yeah, no, it's just that. So you can also look at that. Stormatrig. So you're also a level 8 paladin. Let me see if that's also the same with that.
I just checked it is.
Okay.
And I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm putting 2 points into charisma to make it +3.
Nice. So +3 charisma paladin. Nice. Sintrud, will you be going to level?
I will be. You know what? I don't think I'll be taking any feats. I'm gonna level up to +4 charisma.
Nice. And Quill, you have a choice. You can put this level either into artificing or into
I already put
druid.
it into druid, actually.
Okay. What do you get? What does that make you now?
Level 7 druid, level 1 artificer.
What do you get at level 7?
At level 7,
Let's see. Level 7, you get
4th
nothing.
level spells, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you now have access to 4th level spells, and there's a good chunk of 4th level druid spells.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there are. And because I'm player level 8, I also have the option to get the ability score boost or the feat. And as tempting as it is...
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, that's how it works. Player level,
Just-
not just class level.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just class level. Okay.
No.
No, it's player level.
Okay.
If you
I
would
said that
like
a
to,
moment
I
ago
could
and
look it
you-
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did. My bad. Alrighty.
So, as tempting as it is to put those points into wisdom and bump it up plus 5
God.
to wisdom,
Oh,
I'm not
God.
gonna do that. I'm taking elemental adept for fire.
Excellent.
because
Can
of
I
how
say what
much I
that
use
is?
that.
Can I say what
Okay.
that is?
Go right ahead.
Elemental Adept allows you to choose a element, and it's a permanent effect, but now that element, whenever you cast spells using that element, you can overcome resistances. So any fire damage you attack will now actually hurt fire-resistant enemies fully.
It does not
Very
actually ignore immunities based on what it says, which
Which is very unfortunate, but still, fire-resistant creatures, that is going to be very useful.
Maybe you could maybe you could wave it away and say now immunity is resistance.
to each their own,
No.
I guess. I think that'd be a little too good.
Yeah,
Also,
fair.
I have
Yeah,
a
which-
question, and I don't know if this is gonna play nicely here. One of the other things Elemental Adept has is you treat any rolled ones as being a 2.
Oh, that is also true, yes.
Which means no
Would that
more
count?
critical fails. Nice.
What I was about to
No,
say,
with
would I?
damage, that would be for damage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whenever
Okay.
you
Yeah,
roll,
that-
whenever you
yeah,
roll
that is
damage,
for
if you roll a 1 on damage, it is automatically a 2. So if you roll 1d4 fire damage, it will always be at the minimum 2d4
Oh,
or
cool.
2 fire damage at the very least, which is very nice.
Very helpful.
Yeah, and you can also take
I have,
it at different times with different types.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
I've a campaign on a different server. Who's a wildfire druid? He has. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Anyway,
But I was
so
thinking how often I use fire spells aside from Thunderwave specifically. That was going to be a great choice.
Ryerday, have you picked a feat?
So wait, can I take a feat and an ability score improvement? Or...
Either or, sadly. Has to be one or the other.
Oh, Quill, you had mentioned something about the cookbook or whatever it was.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Ooh, boy.
So I didn't say anything to you because I completely forgot I said anything about this. But would we be able to make the argument that there would be wizard spells in the cookbook?
You cut out there. I couldn't hear that.
Okay.
Would we be able to make the argument that there were wizard spells in the cookbook?
Huh. I'm trying to think about that. It depends. Why do you ask?
Because we could have Ryder take like a magic initiate or something like that for a feat, and codify why he would have that.
Well, I mean, we can say magic initiate because you're surrounded by magic people.
That's also true, but that's what I was thinking specifically.
Well, the thing is, it's a cookbook. I would say it has like maybe, I'll say very little.
Okay.
How about that? Very little. Has some, but very little, because it's mainly a cookbook. It was made by a wizard, and it has like magical ways of cooking food, but
yeah.
Sure. If you want to take up the feat Mage Initiate, what does that do again? It allows you to cast like what?
It allows you to take 2 cantrips of your choice from either Bard, Cleric, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard. Yeah, and they both have to be from the same class, obviously, but.
Okay. And you also get a first level spell. Just 1 slot for that.
Which could be pretty nice for Friday. Is that what you want to take up?
It was just something I suggested because I thought that'd be funny.
It would be pretty creative.
You do what you want, dude.
Yeah, because there's a lot of.
I've got to look into like what class and what like spell.
Oh, hold on. Here's if you don't want to do that, there is another feat that I know is awesome. Lucky.
Oh yeah.
Lucky is an incredible feat. Essentially, what Lucky does, you get 3 points of luck per long rest. That if you get a bad roll, you can decide to roll luck and roll it with advantage.
Yes.
It is a very nice feat. And essentially, if you get lucky, you could probably finally get rid of the bad rogue no cookie.
Yeah.
Oh, well then don't take that. That's our best meme.
See, that's really tempting.
If we take that away, how are we going to be marketable?
Exactly.
If you're still debating, we'll go ahead. Gene, have you found a good feat for Unthreg?
I'm honestly kind of split between Charger and Grappler. I kind of need to understand grappling a bit more in depth to make that decision. Like, and the more I think about it, like, if I dropkick somebody, is it much more likely to knock them prone, or is it a particular kind of attack that would do that? Like, I have to like
a leg sweep.
Yeah, something like that. That's definitely a knock prone. You can't leg sweep somebody successfully and they're
Let's see, what's the... Let me look at the... I'm looking at the page right now. Charger? Let's see, when you use an action to dash, you can use your bonus action to make the attack action with a melee weapon or to shove the creature. That's nice.
Hang on. I'm checking something else Grappler's saying.
Let's see, what does that say? Grappler, let's see, you have advantage
if you succeed, you and the creature are both restrained until the grapple ends if you make that grapple check. If you try to pin the creature.
Okay, I actually did the math, and with both the con and the charisma boost, a lot of abilities just got an increase to their saving throws.
Nice.
Breath Weapon now has a Dex DC of 12. Dragon Fear has a DC of 14.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Very good. Very good.
And also, I forgot Aura of Protection.
What?
That I have that as ability.
Oh, that is true. Doesn't that like? I forget what that does. Doesn't it like keep people from being frightened around you?
That's Aura of Courage, and I don't have that yet.
Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet of you must make a saving throw, the creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier. You must be conscious to grant this bonus.
And my charisma modifier is +3.
Sweet.
So if any of you guys are close and get a saving throw, remember, use my charisma on top of it.
Okay.
Protection, that's like a constant thing, right?
Yes. They just have to be conscious and within 10 feet of me.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just an aura. You emanate it. Very good.
I'm loving all the druid stuff, but like, I'm seeing all the paladin stuff, because you were playing the class, and damn, that's some rough stuff. Oof.
I'm just trying to think, where do I add a blight to all this?
That's down in your spell sheet. It's
You
a
can add it to
fourth
your
level
spells.
spell.
You can just put it. You essentially put that in in parentheses. Put a 1 out of 1 for how many you have.
Yeah, that'll be down on fourth level.
It'll be its own separate thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
On 4th?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think what would be interesting for Unthreg that you might be interested in.
Also, what was one of the spells you had access to? Cure wounds.
Yeah, a cure wound spell. Where would I
Okay.
put that at?
That'd be
That's
that.
the first level.
I guess
I already got
literally-
cure light wounds on my spell list, so
Yeah.
Gene, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, I'm literally thinking about like which feat to take with a kind of like a short-sighted mindset, in the sense of I'm not quite thinking of how useful things like reading lips could be as much as I'm thinking about those luchador gloves and how I could maximize that pinning efficiency. You know, I got the which of those two would most easily help me knock someone prone the quickest.
Uh,
A little uncertain there.
let's see something. Hold on. What is this one? There is skilled that might be useful, but well, actually, this could be pretty useful to Unthreg. Look at skilled.
Skill. Proficiency with any combination of 3 skills or tools.
You don't have proficiency in athletics, and that's what you roll for grappling checks.
Oh, frick, that would actually be very handy. Yeah. Alright, so that would be like, if I were to choose skilled, I would be applying a proficiency on that athletics, and then anything else in that big old skills.
Yeah, anything that doesn't already have it.
Which could be useful.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, Gene, I think this one is perfect. Tavern Brawler. Increase your strength or constitution by 1 to a maximum of 20. You are proficient in all improvised weapons, and when you hit it, you get your unarmed strike does D4. Well, I'm pretty sure your monk already does more than that, but when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or improvised weapon on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple the creature.
Okay, hell yeah. Not only do I love improvised weapons, like can start beating people with chairs and shit, but immediately grapple after that.
Yeah, that is going to be pretty useful. So Unthreg is now a tavern brawling lucha orc.
Frick, lucha orc.
Now remember,
Hit him with the chair.
Now remember, you can only increase your strength or constitution by 1 point.
I would say go for strength, because that would also increase your ability to attack.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yes, now
So
you got a
your-
plus
your-
3 strength.
Yeah, your strength is now total 16 plus 3, which is nice, and you now have Tavern Brawler as a...
Very good, very good, very good.
Dude, not only is it perfect for the grappling thing, I never realized how hit him with a chair is. Also,
you can recreate the meme. You can recreate the meme.
Actually, can't. Just a moment. My dog is about to eat somebody. Be back in a sec.
All right. So I believe that is everyone. Or did Ryan? Oh, that's right. You did. What are you choosing?
Oh boy. For the feats, honestly, see, it's hard for me to choose here because
Yeah.
Remember, you can also add 1 point to any 2 stats you're choosing, or 2 points to any 1 stat you're choosing.
right. It's called choice anxiety.
Yeah.
Here's something you might like that Ryder could be useful. You could probably enjoy. Weapon Master. Increase your strength or dexterity by 1 to a maximum of 20. You gain proficiency with any 4 weapons of your choice, or this might be more useful. You gain a fighting style of your choice from the fighters list. Meaning, I believe one of them is I'm trying to remember. Hold on, let me look at I can look at it right now. It's a fighting style. Let's see there. Defender dueling. Here it is. The dueling fighting style. It's when wielding a melee weapon in one hand and no other weapons in the other, you gain a +2 bonus. So essentially, you get a permanent +2 to try to land on top of everything else. Which would be pretty.
That would actually be good.
And plus, you get if you get a +1 to your dexterity, it's a finesse weapon. You use your dexterity to attack with the Stormblade.
That's true, but I've already got +3 to dexterity, and it's at 16, so that bonus wouldn't kick in until I get another ability score.
Well, it would help the next time you.
Yeah.
And plus,
Very good. Very good.
just a suggestion.
Dead but alive.
Dead what?
That does sound good, but I'm thinking I'm either gonna get lucky or the ability score improvement, and save the magic initiate for when I can add to one of my ability scores for whatever
Okay.
class spells I wind up picking up.
Lucky is.
Okay. Alright, so, there was one thing I forgot to mention. I do get more spells.
Oh, that is true.
Alright.
I don't want to know what spells you take up.
Oh, okay.
I like keeping some things surprises in this because I love when hearing spells. It's like, oh shit, that's nice.
Oh, okay.
I gotta say,
But
it's
how many more spell slots did you get? Like you got another level 4, right?
I did get a level 4, and now I have just a level 4. So,
Okay.
I love how both Centra and Stormtrooper can now have a charisma bonus after their little talk.
That is really funny.
Ah,
Almost like it's almost like now they got a little confidence boost after that little talk.
Oh hey, level up tied to character development.
Yep.
Citra would like to ask Crystal something actually.
what's up, Sintra?
I have a request.
Yeah.
You make a lot of really exotic things, but I was wondering if you had something a little more simple.
Such as.
You wouldn't happen to have a rapier behind that desk, would you?
Pulls up a rapier. Oh, please, I can make this thing in my sleep.
How much?
It's just 15 gold.
Alright. She just plunks it down. I realized that these daggers are just not gonna cut it anymore if I ever to get in close range scrape.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, Sintra now has a rapier.
Thank you, Crystal.
Oh, by the way, everybody, remember to roll to increase your hit
That's
points.
correct. All of your health goes up by all your health goes up.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
For me, it is by
Right,
D6. Got it. Okay.
Oh, sweet.
What do I
I've now got 41 health,
Oh.
Damn, nice.
roll for?
How we
which is
deciding?
good for the squishy guy.
It's Gene. You need to roll a D8.
Understood.
I got lucky. I actually got the full roll.
Wonderful.
Do I gotta roll a
You
1?
sure need that.
Yeah. Now I'm at 38.
I got me a 6, so that puts me at 44. I think.
You're. What's 7?
And
No,
I got-
it's 7 because you add your Constitution, so it's a.
Ooh,
You now have
that's not
45 health for Gene. Nice.
45ers. Let's do it.
Very good. Very good.
I am at 55 health now.
Oh.
Damn, nice. Way to go.
Big beef.
Beef.
Beef Master. Thunderfist.
And as for you, you ready, Gene?
Oh yes, surprise, please.
I don't know who's gonna kill me after this.
Somebody will.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh,
I'm very confused.
luchador
Yes,
jokes.
You guessed the seed all over because I'm a lucha orc now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm strong enough to yeet a Dragonborn Paladin, but if I was,
If you were, it would be happening right now.
If you...
indeed.
But,
Also, where do I put the Tavern Brawler? Is that in T?
oh, I already put it down. I
Okay.
put it down where it's below. If you look, you see it's below.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Everyone except for Riot. What's the last? So what have you decided?
I think I'm gonna put an end to the bad rogue no cooking.
Yay!
Aw.
He took the lucky feat.
Congratulations!
Aw.
You now have a pool of luck to tap into.
Don't worry, guys. He'll still fuck them up.
It just says rolls to advantage. There's no guarantees.
Yeah. Okay. That's everything. Filling up and inventory. You'll see in a moment. Chris is like, hey,
Oh my fucking god.
Oh,
Okay.
right. We need to figure out where we're going next.
yeah, but Chris is like, can I offer you guys? Because I'm sure you guys are pretty low on money after all.
Oh right, this.
Yeah, most certainly.
Oh right, the desert thing.
So, God, okay, I'm gonna try to keep going. She opens up a part of her. Want to come?
Sure.
Yeah, sure, why not? I mean, we definitely could use the money. And isn't my artifact in that general direction?
I believe it was Unthrax.
Has it?
Unthrax, yeah.
Have it. It's good.
Oh.
Okay. So essentially, she leads you back there, and this is the first time you are, even with that, she was helping you the thing. You're all shot, and it is a.
Oh.
There is the floors all over count. Extremely hot.
Man, you're gonna have fun listening to this recording.
Yeah, you are.
I fucking Jesus Christ. Of that, and it's on. Oh,
We no hear you.
I think she's trying to talk to us.
I haven't even said anything yet.
Oh,
Okay, that-
okay.
Okay, this is the first time you're seeing. I want to think right now. Oh my god.
Basically assaulting the desk.
Yeah.
No, behind me. Anyway, now, this is the first time, and it is a complete clusterfuck. There is just bun wrap to the floor, half-finished projects on work tables. It is a surprise when you see Crystal like stepping over stuff and
Wow.
Citra behind her goes like, "Jeez, you left quite a mess since I stopped helping you out around here."
Like you've never actually been back there. Whenever you
Okay,
would help her
sorry.
with,
I'm sorry. I thought that was just supposed to be funny. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I just said thing that she does. She very rarely lets people into, and near see something covered. What I need help with is this, and she puts it off, and you see the basic framework for arm.
What is that?
And the center of it, you see the arcane cord that you got from Lab.
Yo.
Hey, is that the thing I gave you?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes, it is, and it's exact. This is my crest.
Huh. How does it work?
Well,
I mean,
right
right
now
now-
it does.
Hmm.
Essentially, the way this is supposed to work is it's a magic-powered armor. Whoever wields it, the problem, it requires a ton of myth.
Dibs.
It's whoever buys it's whoever buys it. But the problem is, almost no mithril left on.
Now, hang on a second. You're asking us to help you make this, and then we still gotta pay for it?
I'm the one making.
Yeah, that's fair.
You won't get a discount on it. You won't get a discount, but the problem, especially because the only area in the to get this much, it's the Emerald Waste. The only place to get that much emerald, to get that much mithril, is in the.
And where is that exactly?
It's southeast of.
Southeast.
Oh.
Southeast. Wait, which one of us? Which one of us has that artifact?
That's Unthreg.
I was thinking that.
Oh. Okay.
See, the problem is, I would say normally I would go out there myself, used to getting my own scrap. It's the emerald.
Yeah.
I cannot stand up in the mountains and going in. I absolutely
So you just want us to go in your stead? I get you.
and I'm willing to compensate for every chunk of mithril or anything or you bring back. I will give you.
You'll give us how much?
500 gold per chunk.
You know what? This sounds like a great idea. Hey, Uthray, don't we have an artifact to find for you? Let's go.
I think that sounds like a decent plan if I've ever heard.
I admit we'd have to be fools to turn down such a proposition, but
I think that's almost a unanimous decision in that case. Yeah.
All right. So it's decided you're heading southeast next time.
Yeah. I mean, why not? I can wait a little further.
I certainly can't disagree with that plan, Sintra.
Big priest.
You know,
All right, and
take him one for the
You've
team,
decided direction, but
always.
I want to know. Now that we've decided, I want to know who are you taking with you? Because now that you've gone both with Iris and Violet, I will now let you choose up to 3 of the any party members you have brought along.
Wow, we got quite a posse going on here.
We got Iris, we got Violet, we got Marcus.
Essentially, yes,
Vanessa.
your choices are Iris, Violet, Amber, Marcus, Vanessa, and Alexander.
I really think we should take
Yeah,
Alexander
yeah.
with us.
Yes.
yeah,
I mean, we
Alexander,
gotta get to know him, get better.
Maybe leave Marcus this time.
Well, you want him to upgrade again?
I mean, there's that, and you know, for one thing, there's already enough in the shop that it's called. We've kind of got a backlog of stuff we want to grab.
You
and there's-
save up for the ringer, so.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, also, you know, Spectre has the what was it? The recall ring.
I was looking at it, and I'm starting to realize that most of my spells don't really require its power.
Shut the hell your mouth, Dylan. Shut
Didn't you?
Beautiful. Intimidated by a giant sword.
Oh, God.
So, yeah.
Anyway, so so the way you want to do this, so who do you want to bring along? You know, I know you said Alexander. That leaves you with 2. You can choose any of the other part so far.
Okay.
For sexual intimidation.
Jeez,
That stuff.
please.
All right. I say we take. I say we don't take Vanessa and Iris
Okay, so leaving
because they
Vanessa-
seem like a good team,
That's it.
but that's just me. So I'll let you guys make up your minds on that.
Well, after looking at it, I'd probably just get that adventurer's guide.
Oh, so you want to switch out the Ring of Recall for the Adventurer's Guide?
Yeah, because I realized that almost every spell I have, like the
Is
only
a
like the,
save.
yeah, and the ones that do require a spell attack, they're cantrips, so I don't really have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
actually that's actually the same problem for me right now as well.
Okay, if you want to switch it out, I'll switch out. Go ahead and read off what the Adventurer's Guide to Monsters does while I switch that around.
'Tis an almanac of information on all sorts of monsters. Twice a day you can make an intelligence check on monsters you encounter. If you roll a 17 or higher, the DM will tell you what kind of attacks they can perform, and you gain advantage on all attacks against that monster.
It is a very depending on what you're going up against.
It is a very good utility item.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, you got that? So you picked Alexander. Who else are you picking?
Maybe we should keep Vanessa with us, because her bardic inspiration is pretty dope.
That's a good point.
That's like a full on D10 on things we can have if she inspires us. So
I will say, interesting, because like it's probably safe to bet we'll get a party member. Hilda already expects Iris to come back with people all the time. So maybe we should with us so it's less when we come back.
I missed parts of that. What'd you say?
basically, he's suggesting that we keep Iris here so Hilda Freya doesn't get pissed when we bring another puppy along. Essentially.
Okay, so that's Alexander, Vanessa, and you can pick one more.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know too about Amber still, which is interesting, and I don't know if you guys want to bring her along. Or, like I said, Iris would be a good call because
she was awfully. She was a very useful party member when we were on our way to Kataria.
that is true.
So
That is true.
yeah. So I would
Just so you know, all of the people, all the allies have also leveled up.
Cool.
Have been slowly leveling up with you. So,
if everyone,
so essentially, Amber and Violet, they now have new stuff as well.
Red.
if everyone's in agreement, I would be perfectly okay with Amber being the third guy.
Oh, okay.
I can't disagree myself, unless somebody else has a reason.
How well suited for like deserts and shit are orcs? That's the question.
Kind of depends on where you come from. Like,
Well, you have to remember, she is an orc in a metal.
A what?
She's an orc paladin. Remember?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Light armor.
yeah.
I thought it was warrior. Was it?
She's orc. She's a paladin.
Definitely paladin. You were thinking of fighter.
That would mean she'd sink right into the sand. Storm trig.
Fire emblem.
big ol' oof.
It'd be like that.
That's a mood.
Let's see.
Also, Violet has ice magic. Just a reminder.
That is a good point, and I think that might